Hey everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful week so far. Just a reminder to all of you small group leaders, we have Trunk or Treat coming up and we are in need of some more people to host trunks. And so if that is your small group, you can sign up to host a trunk at the vista.tv /trunk. And so maybe you guys talk about that if that's something that you could do together. So this week, this past Sunday, we closed out our series on Revelation, the Apocalypse series. I don't know about you, but it was so fun. I wasn't quite sure what to expect. And if you missed any of those, you can see all of those sermons listed on our website, thevista.tv. And so I encourage you to go back and watch any that you missed. So we closed out this week, Revelation 22. And we see John close out his letter with this continued tone of urgency. He kind of has it all throughout Revelation, but we see him closing it out again, closing his letter with this tone of urgency. And he's wanting his hearers and the churches to understand that the message of Jesus is for now. And I love that because the message of Jesus was for now and it's still for now. And John also, he's emphasizing that this is a message that is for all. He says all are invited to come. And then the last thing we see is that this message, the message of Christ, which is the message that all of Revelation is proclaiming, the message of Jesus is the purpose of the church. And so I love those three things that we see John really driving home in the close of his letter. And so I hope you guys had some time to maybe read the passage together, Revelation 22. This past week we read 6 through 21. So maybe read that together first. And then I have some questions for you. Question number 1, as always, what is most interesting or encouraging to you this week? Question number 2, what was most challenging or raised questions for you? Question number 3, after going through our Apocalypse series, how would you describe or explain Revelation to someone? Question number 4, we talked about how God does not sit in time the way that we do. Does God's disconnect with time, does that bring you comfort or does that cause frustration for you? And maybe talk about why that is. Explain that. And then our last question, think about this liminal space that we live in, this space between the what was of Eden and the not yet of the new Jerusalem. So think about that space that we live in. What are we meant to do in this time of waiting? What are we meant to do? And how should having an eternal perspective, thinking about the what's next, how should having an eternal perspective affect the way that we live today? So there's some good questions to get you guys going. Our action step this week is this: be a river, not a lake. Let the message of Jesus flow out from you this week to someone who's thirsty for it. Look up, pay attention. Who do you know who needs the message of Jesus? And share that, because the message of Jesus is for now and it's for everyone. And that's our calling and purpose to share it. Hope you guys have a great week, and we're excited to see y'all back next week for a new series. You have to wait and see what it is.